Hello and welcome. My name is Prakash Khan and I am founder of Swayam, a startup created to build enterprise finance transformation solution. Let's start with goals and objectives. Goals and objectives of any finance function and challenges faced by these finance functions in fulfilling these goals and objectives in their current state. So, basic goals have remained the same as they have always been. First, get the numbers out, right? And the biggest challenge faced in satisfying this goal of getting the numbers out in most of the finance organization is timeliness. How to reduce the time it takes to close books and satisfy downstream regulatory and compliance requirements. The second goal is to drive compliance and controllership of these numbers, making sure these numbers are right, correct? Now, there are two important challenges faced in satisfying this goal. The first challenge is around control of accounting process to ensure that accounting rules are applied in a consistent manner throughout diverse business units operating in different geographies. The second challenge faced in satisfying this goal is transparency. How can the summary general ledger numbers can seamlessly be reconciled to source system contract level detail that can stand scrutiny of auditors? And the third goal of finance function is once I have published the numbers, I have ensured that I've complied and I have control of those numbers, then I need to explain the key factors that influence the financial results. And the biggest challenge in satisfying this goal is the data volume. Analyzing results from last period operations and comparing it to prior periods to explain reasons for variances requires customer and contract level details. And storing, processing, analyzing financial results at this granularity requires capabilities that can handle large volumes of data. And lack of such capabilities in finance functions usually forces it to delegate these requirements of explaining variances to business units. And finally, the role of finance has evolved in recent times to include new goals of driving change in the organization. The new expectation from a modern CFO is to play a central role by quickly furnishing key insights to support board level decision making. Decisions such as whether we should launch new products, enter new markets, or acquire new businesses. And the biggest challenge in satisfying this goal is lack of predictive scenario modeling capabilities. Using historical data, which finance has, to feed predictive models that can model effect of not just business decisions, but also risk factors like interest rates, exchange rates, commodity prices, and overall economy on financial performance in a timely manner. This is the key requirement for any modern finance operation. So now that we have some understanding of finance goals and challenges, let's ask the question, what is finance transformation? In our opinion, it is a journey. It is a journey that solves for these challenges in holistic fashion and transforms the finance function from just run the business meaning get the numbers out, to be a driver for change the business. And this transformation requires fundamental rethinking of both business and technology aspects of finance. Let's talk about the business side of transformation. And it includes all or some aspects of the following. First, from a business perspective, you need to think about transforming your finance operating model, meaning what finance functions do we need, where these functions should be performed, Which of these functions require creation of center of competencies? Where would these center of competencies operate? And which functions should be controlled centrally and which ones can have local nuances, etc. The second aspect of business side of finance transformation is defining end-to-end business process model. This includes not just core finance processes, but also end-to-end business process for both procure to pay and order to cash aspects of the business. And finally, the third aspect of business side of finance transformation is creating right organization with roles and responsibility definitions and filling it with right people with right skills. Basically deciding the right DNA needed to support the during and after the change operating model. Even though this aspect usually comes under operating model, but I have taken it out to highlight its importance. It is the most important factor that influences outcome of any finance transformation journey. Now coming to the technology transformation aspect. The first key aspect of finance technology transformation is that it must be responsive, which means that business activity impacts are propagated to finance in timely fashion. And in order to be responsive, the transformed finance technology needs to be event-driven, real-time, and rules-based. Being event-driven means that you should be able to integrate with your business systems at business event level to capture raw events for finance processing. This will make you responsive by ensuring that the state of your business is captured in sufficient detail to meet any finance and its downstream requirements of the future. Being real-time means that you should be able to propagate these business events to all impacted finance downstream processes as soon as they occur in the source system. This will make you responsive by breaking down barriers of information asymmetry across your fragmented business architecture. You will now be able to not only detect adverse business impacts quickly and take corrective actions, but also be able to make fast and quick decisions to take advantage of changing business environment. And finally, being rules-based means making use of business rules for decision making and workflow management for process orchestration as fundamental building blocks to enable business control and standardization. This will make you responsive by ensuring that business can maintain control of the change management routines, reducing reaction time to adapt in fast-changing legal and regulatory environment. The second key characteristic of finance technology transformation is that it must support insights. This means that it must be able to capture, process, and analyze large data volumes, including customer, contract, product, and other relevant details at the granular level. And in order to be able to support insights, the transformed finance technology needs to be granular, analytical, and operational. Granular means that it should plan for capturing and storing complete business event data, including customer, product, and contract level attributes. This will allow you to increase transparency of your summarized financial results through accurate and detailed data provenance back to supporting underlying detailed business events. Being analytical means that it must be able to use this granular data to not only synthesize new metrics, but also feed it to the analytical models for synthesizing predictive insights as needs arise or change. You will not only be able to answer what has happened in the past, but also what could happen in the future under different modeling scenarios. And operational means that it must be able to serve this granular operational data in fast, reliable, and always on fashion to source systems, reducing overlapping redundancy of their operational reporting needs. This will create another competitive advantage for you in terms of lowering redundant operational cost between source systems as well as finance platform. And finally, the technology supporting finance transformation must be optimized, which means using modern technology options such as digital, big data, and cloud to optimize delivery of business services. In order to be optimized, the transformed finance technology needs to be affordable, scalable, and secure. Affordable means lowering the cost of infrastructure. Even though this transformation is sure to increase the infrastructure needs by many folds, but the overall cost should be managed by avoiding expensive enterprise class infrastructure choices in favor of commodity options to dramatically reduce infrastructure costs. This should free up your operational budget to fund new features and functionality. Scalability means you should be able to flex on demand. Whether your business handles few hundred business events or few billions, your technology transformation must allow you to expand to handle your sudden, seasonal, or future growth needs. This will allow you to maintain desired service levels irrespective of variations in business volumes or processing requirements. And security means that it should be able to integrate with your existing corporate single sign-on infrastructure to enforce roles permission-based access to financial data. Whether your business processes are targeted to be used by a select few or rolled out to many more consumers, appropriate security including authentication, authorization, cryptographic conventions, encryption, etc. must be followed to ensure safe and secure operation and compliance. In summary, I hope you would find this discussion useful to guide decisions in your finance transformation journeys. In our next segment, we'll talk about how our technology released last month supports all of these and more requirements of finance transformation. Thank you and good luck.